back again. Happy Saturday to you all out there. Decided to throw up a little video today and going to actually do a little bit of an unboxing of some beers I actually picked up earlier. Go ahead and get the chat cut on as well. That way, if you want to comment, I will be able to see those here. But decided to make a little run around town, so to speak. Back at the house. Now I have to go through the beers I purchased, which I wasn't really looking to get a lot of beers. What's happening, Throttle? But when you're out there and things are thrown your way, you pick them up. So here is a box of everything I need to actually go through right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side. Share that with you guys before I actually catalog some of the beers. Cheers, Terry. Good to see you, my friend. Glad to have you aboard. Hopefully you're doing well over there in the UK, which is, I guess, 7:50 there. So we're always missing each other on time frame. So great to see you. I do need to catch up on your videos as well. Time has just been so crazy. I'm trying to catch more stuff, especially here on the weekends. Whoops. Microphone flipped off of there with all the twisting and turning. Make sure I'm not all tangled up here, so give me a second. So I ended up running out earlier today. Was going to go to one of my beer spots just to kind of see what they had there. I wanted to kind of check on one or two things. Ended up finding some stuff to check out. Ended up finding some deals. Picked up some stuff there and then decided, I might as well stop at one more spot on the way home. Ended up stopping there and believe it or not, I found some deals as well. That being said, let's see what's in the box. Now, the first one I'm going to pull out of the box is actually a shout out to Flacco's Beer Reviews. If you're not familiar with Flacco, make sure you check him out. He does some really good beer stuff. And I told him I actually came across a Chelada a few times. Never done a Chelada review. I said, maybe I'll just do one. He said he wanted me to do one to kind of get my perspective on it. And so I said, well, I'll get one and pick something up at some point. So the first one here is actually the Bud Light Chelada with mango. So I picked this up to actually give it a try. And not expecting a lot with it, of course, being Bud Light there. But I'm figuring the mango might help me out with the tomato part of it. It says Chelada mango made with Clamato. This is actually a 4.2% ABV cerveza lager Bud Light. Oh, it's in Spanish. I'm about to read the Spanish part of that right there. That's funny. Bud Light lager beer with natural flavors and certified color. So we'll see how this actually goes. Chelada mango is the perfect balance of Clamato's authentic flavor with the refreshment of Bud Light, an extra hint of mango. Enjoy it straight from the can or make it your own. So that'll be something I'll be doing a review on at some point here. And of course, I'll dedicate that to Flacco when I actually do it, since he wanted me to go ahead and pick that up. So interesting to see how that'll actually pan out. Will I finish the whole can? I'm not sure if I will finish the whole can. I hope I will, but we will definitely see how that plays out. And for some reason on my playlist, it queued in the Nature Boy. I didn't know that was part of the playlist I had here, so that's interesting. Well, I'll go ahead and let that play out, I guess. Was not expecting that to happen. Next beer I actually picked up, Stella Artois, the black lager, midnight lager. What's happening, Chris? Eastwind Farms. Cheers, buddy. I missed your broadcast last night. Went to watch it back today, but it said you deleted it, I think. This is actually one that was done by Stella Artois and also with Budweiser, 5.4% ABV, and it'll be interesting. They have a date on here, best before April 5th of 2020. Always like dates on the bottles, even if it's a macro brew. But kind of looking forward to how this actually pans out. So that'll be another one there. Now, this here is one from a local brewery. This is from Braxton Labs. And this is actually, it's not going to come in as well because of the white label. I got to get a little closer. It is a sweet potato casserole. Braxton Labs does some really cool things with the beer, so I'm looking forward to this one. This is a brown ale with molasses, sweet potato, cinnamon, and vanilla beans. 7.5% ABV. Nice pint can. Does have a date on here, and it was actually batched 11/11/19, so just almost a month out. So one again to take a look at. Now this one, if you actually get it at the brewery, they actually serve it with a toasted marshmallow on top of it, which is actually pretty cool. So we'll have it sans marshmallow, but I'm sure it'll still be solid. I'm sure I'll be all right. Last night should not be out there. Oh, must have got really crazy then, Chris. Kind of upset that I missed it now. Hey, what's happening, Alan? Cheers, my friend. Alan's over there on the Eclectic Beer channel. Make sure you also check him out as well. This other one I picked up, was kind of interested about it. It's actually from one of our local breweries as well. And this is actually from Taft's Ale House right here in Cincinnati. It is their Santa's Bribe. Hey, Erie, cheers. Welcome. Alan beat you this time. So this is actually their Christmas Cookie Ale. 6.2% ABV. And doesn't say really too much about it. So that'll be interesting to kind of go in, kind of a mystery type thing. I would expect it to be kind of a winter type ale style. So we'll see how that actually pans out. I don't have enough room on my desk here for all the stuff I have here. This one here, I have no idea what it actually is. This is just one that I just happened to see standing there in the, well, not standing because only humans can stand, but sitting there, I guess you could say, in the cooler. This one here is... Oh, don't boo. Don't welcome boo. To the Terror Dome. I gotta fix this thing. Hold on one second. It's jumping onto the wrong playlist for me. There we go. Got all kinds of stuff happening. It's called Hemp Tales. If you guys have seen this before or know about this, let me know. It's one that I saw for the first time. Get a little closer so the glare goes away. And it's sitting there with kind of the malt flavored beverages, the malt liquor type beverages. It's made with real hemp seeds, 8% ABV, real hemp seeds and natural hemp flavor, premium malt beverage, 1 pint, 7.5 ounce can. Nothing else really much about it. Done by Rockwall Brewing Company, Rochester, New York. Malt beverage with hemp seeds and natural flavors. So this is going to be totally something new to try out. I do like hemp beers, so we'll see how that actually plays out with it being a malt beverage. Another one that I picked up, and I've had this one before, but this is actually something more special for next Friday. It is from Southern Tier, their 2 Xmas, and this is their Spiced Winter Ale or Spiced Double Ale. Comes in at an ABV of 8%. Brewed with orange peels, ginger root, cardamom, cinnamon, fig paste, and cloves. A lot of stuff happening here on this Southern Tier beer. Date of 10/10/19 on it, so just within their couple months, but this is like their seasonal for the winter, so it's in good shape. Reason I picked this beer up is next Friday night, and I'll put something out in the community tab at a point here. I will actually be over on Daddy Porter's show, his channel, at 9 o'clock Eastern, and we're actually doing a special show on Trogue's Mad Elf. There'll be a panel of like 6 of us doing the Mad Elf analysis, and then we also wanted to bring in other winter beers to contrast it versus the Mad Elf. So I'll put some more details up on that. If you're not familiar with Daddy Porter's channel, would definitely say check him out. He does a lot of good beer stuff there too. You can also check out his Facebook page. So that was a nice one there. And then I do like the Sweetwater G20 series, right? I've had the mango, I've had the base version. No one told me there was a chocolate stout out there as well, right? So I ended up picking up the 420 strain chocolate stout. Looking forward to trying this one here. This one actually is a limited release, it says on the bottle. Obviously brewed with chocolate. Best to drink it by 122.20, so we got some time there. And ABV on this one, 6.4%. So this should be a nice, tasty one to actually throw down. Tropical fruit on the inhale, coffee on the exhale, gooey chocolate all the way through. I do like some chocolate. I do like chocolate in beers. So we got that one there. And then I had this actually on draft at a place last night and happened to find a can of it today. And this is actually from Prairie Artisanal Ales. Make the light switch back again. Come on, work with me. It is their Rainbow Sherbet. There it is, coming in now. Their Rainbow Sherbet. Check that can out. Check out that color. It pretty much is candy in a beer for sure. A nice sour ale, not overly tart. So I'm going to do a review on this one after I had it last night. So I got to find this again. And I ended up finding it at one of the spots as well today. This one came in with an ABV of, I think it's 5.2%. They've got the label on it, but it says 0.2. But anyway, this will be a nice one to check out. This one also has a can date on there as well. Although going against the glare, it's a little hard to see. But I know these came out recently, I think towards the end of October. So that'll be a nice one to also check out. Let me see here. So that's the first row, the top row, right? So of those ones there were a few that I got a deal on, I guess you could say. That wasn't too bad. I got that Stella single for like $1.99, which is good. That Prairie Artisanal, which a lot of their cans are a little bit more expensive. I actually got the Prairie Artisanal there for $3.49, which was solid. That Braxton can was $3.49 for a nice pint can. So overall, some pretty good deals. That Hemp Tails was only $2.49, and that Chelada was $2.49. But as far as one of the best deals I got today, was totally not expecting to find this. So this is where I went to the Party Source. This is a 32-ounce crowler, and on it you will see here 15.2. So it's 15.2% ABV. What's inside this crowler? This is the Goose Island Bourbon Brand County Stout 2018 edition, barreled in Elijah Craig barrels. 32 ounces. The cost of the crowler was $22. That's a pretty good deal for Bourbon County beer. 22 for 32 ounces. Think how much you pay for just a 16.9 ounce bottle. So I was pretty happy about that one. Also ended up picking up a couple of the Oak Age Dogfish Head Worldwide Stouts just to have on hand. And reason being, the place I was at, I was talking to one of the guys there who's kind of my connection there doing the beer buying type stuff, but they just put these out there for $7.99 a bottle. So I went ahead and grabbed two. $7.99 for the Worldwide Stout. That's another good deal for sure. Yeah, 15.2, that's hefty. Yeah, but I've had bigger. I've had higher. I've got to go get to my bottle store to get a Bourbon County. Yeah, so speaking of the Bourbon County, the store where I got the Worldwide Stout at, they actually are supposed to be having their raffle for Bourbon County for the, they do it for the people that kind of, I would say spend the most there, but they have a membership program you're part of, which I'm a part of there. So they haven't done their raffle yet. So they're still setting out their raffle. I usually get pretty good opportunities to get the beers I want to get out of it. So I might get some through the raffle there. That way I'm not running all over town, having to try to find it. Hey, what's happening, Brandon? Cheers, brother. And he says hello to him, to Alan as well. Craft Beer Pours, make sure you check him out. The Vanilla Worldwide Stout was too much for me first time I tried it. Well, the thing is, you can also let it cellar to mellow it out some too, but I do like that one. $7.99, holy crap, right? Yeah, so Alan says I'm jealous. Yeah, so it was one of those deals that I got there. I also picked up, which I've never done this one, I've had the regular cherry stout from Bell's. This is the Whiskey Barrel Aged Stout. They had this for $6.99. So looking forward to checking this one out. This one is in at 9.3% ABV. So aged up for 12 months in whiskey barrels, cherry stout evolves into something even more flavorful and complex. So cherry stout, I did like the original base version. So now that I got that for the barrel aged, I'm even happier about that. So I'm going to check that one out. I also love me some Evil Twin, right? So here's the Even More Cocoa Jesus that they actually had, and they were selling these for $4.99 a can. So I went ahead and got a couple of those. Where's my other one here? That's not it. Yeah, so here's the second can here. Imperial Stout, brewed with maple syrup and coconut extract. Well, let's just face it, you can never have too much Jesus. I'm just saying. So I got a couple of those right there that I'll be checking out as well. Part of the deal thing. They're actually moving a lot of their stouts out, and so I was able to find some deals on what they were doing. Now this one is one that is actually a collab between Stillwater and Hoof Hearted Brewing. It is fruit and hops in the bottom. It's one that just came out recently from them. And it is a 6% ABV beer that is a rotationally hopped sour India Pale Ale with strawberry, banana, milk sugar, yogurt, and vanilla extract. So that one was a nice one to actually get. And I think this one was kind of a deal too, as a matter of fact. And I say deal just because of what you usually pay for these things. This was $4.99 for a can. So that's not bad for a Stillwater Hoof Hearted collab. That was a good God, Rod. You got hella deals. Thanks, my friend. I get lucky sometimes. I find these things out there. Brandon said, Alan. Thanks, Alan. And my not my top 10 beer advocate. I need to narrow my personal list down. Let me see here. I think I missed a comment up there earlier. CPP has a top 10 out 2019 right now. Got that on hold. Yeah, I got to watch that as well. I did see Brandon put that out there too this morning when I was scrolling through some things. So I will definitely check that out. I don't usually do a top list at the end of the year. This channel will be 5 years in March. A few years back, and this year will be the third year, we'll do like the Beer Flow Awards for different categories. You know, I'm kind of an in the moment type drinker. Like off the top of my head, I mean, it's kind of like I have to look back at my Untapped to see the beers I really enjoyed as much, but I probably could put something together as well. And I got you. It's hard to pick personal favorite beers. Right, for any given year, it's definitely tough. And then Brent said, again, congrats to Alan on success for his channel. Much deserved. Yeah, Alan did a great job, and it's great seeing him getting all the recognition he definitely does deserve for sure. Stop saying you got lucky, Alan. By the way, you did what you needed to do and you broke through. Take the success and stop saying you got lucky. No, you did a good job in building everything up there. So just keep running with it, my friend. Keep running with it. Let's see here. And then this is one that I just happened to see there that kind of caught my eye. This is from Avery Brewing. Had never seen it before, but I do like what Avery does with some of their beers. This one was $8.99, and this is Samuel's, and it is an oak aged ale. This one actually comes in with an ABV of 14.2. So Avery, always brewing these things with the big ABV. Here's another one. Samuel is the Prince of Demons and Angel of Death. Oh, the story started out really that good there. I don't know what's going on. Accuser and Destroyer, filled with, can't read the writing on here, so small. Filled with enmity towards men, he planted the wine. It's just like basically a story around. I'm not going to read all of that, but it does say brewed with Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, turbinado sugar, hops, yeast, and American oak chips. You put all that writing down there. You have to squint down and try to read everything. So I'm not going to do all of that there. It's like listening to the Weather Channel with beer, right, Roger? Yeah, it's going to be nice and dark with this one. So that's one I'm looking forward to actually trying. Right, what he said. Well, thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it. Yeah, likes are always welcome for sure. They tell you in the academy you're supposed to always say that, but I feel like you can oversay it on some spots too. And so this one here is another one from Evil Twin Brewing. It's a new one that just came out. And if you see it, you might want to grab this. Their Public Servant Teacher Edition. And see if it clears up here. It's their India Pale Ale. This is another one that I got actually for $4.99. And this one comes in at 7% ABV. So looking forward to trying that one. But then they also had their Public Servant Firefighter Edition. And this is their Double India Pale Ale. This also was $4.99. And this one comes in at 9% ABV. So those will be two from the Public Servant series that Evil Twin had just brought out. On the Firefighter, they say the beers honor the extraordinary commitment and courage of firefighters. We ask you, fellow beer drinkers, to thank a local firefighter by sharing this beer with them. So you got to applaud that, right? And the other one says the beers honor our teachers that educate our children. We ask you, fellow beer drinkers, to thank local teachers by sharing a beer with them. So two good causes there. You should always thank a teacher. Definitely an underrated profession. Hey, Vanessa, cheers. Welcome. You're catching the tail end here of the unboxing. So all these different beers. And finally, and I never had this beer, and I've seen it all the time. You guys have probably seen it all the time. It's the Omnipolo with the little smiley face, right? That people like to drink, especially overseas. Ended up getting two of these for $4.99, which is usually more than that, I believe. Imperial Stout with natural and artificial flavors and caramel color added. This is 11% ABV. So 11%, little 12-ounce can. Not one, but two. And I took the last two they actually had of these when they had that there. And like I said, they were cleaning out some of their stout stuff. The timing was right. I was able to pick up a decent amount of beers. So I can switch it over here to the other camera real quick. And all of these beers that are right all in here, at some point, have to work through them. Don't know when I will. Don't know when the time will be there. I can now go and catalog them all. And then go from that point to do some reviews or some other things with them. So these are the beers I got. Hopefully you guys will get a chance to watch me as I crack some of these open. Closer this week, I probably will do the Chelada because I do want to do that, since Flacco had also said, he wanted me to do that one. I'm going to do the Bourbon County this week at some point. I might do that later even, because I'm probably going to come back later on after I eat a little bit of lunch and do a video later on, and I'll be live for that and then start working these other things into it. So that was my Saturday. How was your guys' Saturday? Hopefully you guys got out there and had some fun and are doing some other things. But hey, it's always a good day to do some beer shopping. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this baby up so I get this stuff put away. I will look forward to catching up with you later. Make sure you hit that alarm bell so you are notified when I am back live. And I've got to find out what's going on with the football games too, because it is championship week. Look forward to talking to you guys in a bit. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better come.